Wow, look who it is. The person who cannot film videos whatsoever. I know it's been like, I was supposed to upload Sunday or Monday and that just didn't work out. Got me some slack here, okay? So, story I want to tell you guys, I do a horrible job of telling stories, but I feel like this story, it just seems like something I want to share with somebody, because, like, I love watching story time, so let's just get straight into it. Let's go. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you an idea what was going on. People that I may know that watched this video, Owen. Hope the girl that owns this house doesn't mind me telling this story, but I just, figured just tell the story. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tell you guys, my paranormal activity moments. Yeah. So I'll just give you an idea of, like, where it was, like, starting off. I was, like, in, whatchamacallit? I was, like, in grade 10. Was it grade 10? I think it was. I was in grade 10, and okay, I think I was, like, in grade 10 when all this happened. It was, like, after the summer of grade 10 finished. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, after the summer of grade 10 finished. One of my friends, let's call her Cherry. No. Let's call her Brittany. Okay, so Brittany lives in this house with her family, of course, duh. But anyways, so she lives in this house with her family, blah, blah, blah. Manny already gave that story. So she was telling us some weird things have been going on in her house, and she's been noticing some weird things that isn't normal, whatever. So myself and then one of my best friends, her name, let's just call her not Brittany, and let's just call her Christine. So Christine, her and I, we get scared very easily. We cannot watch horror movies. If we do, we have to watch a Disney movie after we watch, like, a horror movie. Anyways, we're not into that spooky shit. Then there was my other friend, let's call her Natasha. So there was Brittany, Christine, and Natasha, and myself. So, Brittany was telling us about the weird stuff, blah, blah, blah. One day she was like, how about we just go hang out at my house, we'll go grab lunch at, like, this, like, buffet, Chinese food buffet kind of thing. We went to get lunch, and then we went back to her house, and we went to the basement where she said most of the weird stuff was happening, and she was just telling us some things, and she said, like, she can hear someone talking to her, but then when she turns around, there's, like, nobody there. So when we got to her house, when we got to Brittany's house, we ended up going down to the basement, and she said she could hear, like, someone talking to her, but she turned around, there's, like, no one there. So then she was explaining to us how, like, she did research on her house, and apparently there was a family in that house, and the house burnt down, and the little girl wasn't able to get out, unfortunately, which was really sad and horrible to hear. But apparently in the basement there was, like, a closet, and that's where apparently she was. That's what our friend Brittany told us, right? And we're sitting on the couch in the basement, and she's telling us this, and Natasha starts looking around the room, looking at some things, and apparently there was, like, an X on one of the walls, which was really creepy, and she started a little bit of snooping going on. Felt like Scooby-Doo, and Brittany's snooping around with her. She's showing her some things, some weird things, and then there's just Christine and I in the background going, we're just in the background going, hell no, we're not going anywhere near this shit. We're not dealing with this shit. On the room, Christine and I were just, somewhat being part of it, not really. We ended up just sitting back on the couch. Brittany started telling us some stuff. The one who owns the house, lives in the house, was telling us some stuff, and then Natasha said, I heard something coming from the closet. So we walk over to the closet, and, well, Natasha goes, and she says to me, Amanda, come with me, come look at it. And I was like, no, but somehow, I don't know what happened that made me get up and have a look at what was going on, but I got up, and I went over with her, and she was here, and I was right behind her, and the closet door was, like, right here, so she's walking up to it, and I could see over her shoulder, she goes to grab the door handle, the door handle starts shaking, and her and I freak out. Right when I saw that door handle shake, I was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. So that's literally what happened. I was like, fuck this shit. I'm gone. I'm not staying here. So when that happened, I just like I ran. Like I screamed. I jumped into the air. I swear to God. I just was like I was just like, bah, like, no, I'm not having it with this. No. So when all this happened, the door handle shook. We all screamed. Brittany and Christine heard us scream. They screamed. We all went running out to her mom in her office. I was in the basement as well. And she's like, what's going on? What's wrong? What's the matter? And when we told her what happened, she looked at Brittany and said, I told you not to mess with that kind of stuff. I told you to stop, like, doing stupid things. So, she has, by the way, so I'm so sorry, I forgot to tell you this. She has pet dogs, right? She has a couple of dogs. I think she had like 3 or 2. I'm pretty sure it was 2. When all that happened, we screamed, we freaked out, and then we went to explain to her mom what happened, and she came to the room in the basement where we were, and we looked at the closet, we saw, like, the door handle shook, and then and then when I looked down, I saw, like 2 hands that had 3 fingers, like claws, and you see claw marks on the floor, and I just stood there and I said to my friend, Brittany that owns a house, I'm like, were those there before? And she just stood there and she looked at me, she's like, no. Did you guys do that? And then I look at Natasha thinking like, Natasha, are you playing with me right now? Like, are you joking with me? Natasha's like, I didn't do that. Like, I saw exactly what you saw. And then what's her name? One of my best friends, I'm horrible at making up names for people. I'll forget them. Christine. So Christine's in the background. She was like, maybe it was the dogs. Maybe the dogs were trying to get in there because they heard us freak out. I don't know. We were trying to think of something that we were trying to what's the word I'm looking for? Try to be realistic about the situation. Thinking like, oh, like just because we got tricked into something, we're freaking out. We're just seeing things, and we saw the claw prints. Like we didn't like Brittany was like, my dog would never do that. So weird. So we got creeped out by that, and then Brittany that owns a house, she says, I'm starting to hear someone talk. Do you guys hear that? And we didn't hear anyone talk. So she started hearing someone talk or whatever, and it was just, there was some other things that happened that I can't really remember, but it was so creepy and scary, and it was just like, after that point, I don't know, I didn't really want to go back to that house. She did tell us that she recorded some stuff when she was sleeping, when she go out and she saw some really weird things, and it was just really creepy. So going through an experience like that, I learned you don't really mess with that kind of stuff. I know the story was like really short, but it was just a story that came to my mind about what I remembered in high school, and it was just, ever since then I was terrified to go back to her house. But she did have she said her parents finally gave in to noticing that they saw some creepy stuff as well, and they gave in to having someone come in and look at the house and cleanse the house, as I guess you could, I don't know why I did this, but like cleanse the house, if you know what I mean. And the house turned out to be okay, but it was just, going through that kind of moment was the most scariest things. And I don't know, I'm just saying a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm really sorry, guys, but whenever we take photos in the basement before like the whole paranormal thing, she would, what would she do? We would take pictures downstairs in the basement, in the room where like all the whole situation happened, and you would see little tiny dots, like little tiny orbs of sort of, and it was always, whenever we took a picture, there was never like none. It would either be like a couple or a whole bunch of them. And Brittany, the one who owned the house, she did some research and turned out those were like spirits or something like that. So it was really creepy. And whenever we take photos after that whole paranormal thing, if I ever went over, it wasn't as scary, if that makes any sense. Like, you didn't see them as much, but it was like whenever you saw those little dots, you just thought like, holy cow, that's pretty creepy. So yeah, that was sort of my paranormal experience. I've never really had like other paranormal experiences as the one I just told you, sorry. And I don't know, it's just, I try and keep far away from those, and it's just, I don't know, I don't like to mess with something that's more out there, but yeah, as much as a loser I sound like, but you know. Anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. I know it was a little bit short and boring. If you guys want to see more storytime videos, I was thinking about making a storytime video about my first high school party I went to. If you guys want to see something like that for next week, just give this video a thumbs up, and let me know what you want to see down below. I've made it to 11 subscribers. That may not be a big deal to any of you, but to me, it was just like, it's just how I feel. It's like, it's so cool. Thank you so much for actually thinking I'm pretty interesting to watch. If you guys like seeing certain videos, like I noticed a lot of you guys like watching my vlogs. If you want to see more of those, I will make more of those vlogs. Or if you guys like the hairstyles or whatever, just leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys want to see. Like, I don't really know what to make. So just tell me what you want to see, or even like on my Instagram, if you guys follow me on my Instagram. I have it down in the description. But just write down, tell me what you guys want to see, because I'm not really fully sure what to do. I'm just all over the place right now. But yeah, and also if you guys want to see more of my videos and you want to support the Hennessy crew, give that subscribe button a click. And yeah, and have an amazing, awesome weekend. I love you guys so much, and don't forget, you are amazing, you are perfect, and you are beautiful, and you're pretty badass and unique, so don't forget that. Alright, I'll see you guys next time, and I love you all so, so much. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.